So we are CAM, which stands for Communications and Marketing, and we are responsible for maintaining and developing the profile of the institution with our audiences in the UK and around the world. More and more academics and universities are expected to engage with the wider world, the public, but also policymakers and government who are responsible for funding what we do. And increasingly we're finding a real appetite for information that comes out of university. So it's our job to sort of satisfy that in a way. My particular responsibility is working through the media, and we find that UCL stories are immensely popular.
Within communications, we mainly focus on how to get the strategic messages from the university across to wide audiences. And so we do this a lot through social media, through print publications, and in my case through multimedia. And of course I look after our SoundCloud platform, where we have 500,000 listeners, and our YouTube channel.
We're not just here to support academics when they have a specific story they want us to work on with them. We can also provide a range of services to enable them to better engage with the media throughout their careers. For instance, we run a communications workshop series which will address issues such as presentation skills on camera, or it might look at how to better write a press release, and academics are very welcome to attend these and develop their skills that way. We will also counsel them about sort of training courses that are out there and that are available. On occasion we might run a training workshop, and on occasion we may also fund academics likely to be in the public eye on a regular basis to have a particularly intense period of training as well.
Academics often approach me with a grand research project, and it's up to me to see how I can translate their really intricate and really complicated research findings into something for a lay audience. And especially how can I translate that visually through a film. And so that's often my challenge, and this is when films really become a collaboration between me and the academic. A few years ago, Kath Mercer and her team approached me on how we as a department could help them to communicate their new study.
I work in sexual health research on the National Survey of Sexual Attitudes and Lifestyles, and so as you can imagine, as soon as we publish a paper on sex, we do tend to generate quite a bit of media interest. The CAM team were great. As soon as we knew we were publishing the findings from our study, we got in touch with them just to talk through what the various options were for helping us disseminate our findings beyond the scientific community. And obviously they helped us with our press releases, but it was far more than that. There were various opportunities in terms of social media, multimedia, and ideas that we hadn't had and didn't have as researchers. So it was just great to be able to tap into their expertise.
We're always looking for great research stories to tell. And so while we represent quite a lot of science stories, we're also looking for some of these more hidden arts and humanities type stories. Academics can approach us through a number of different ways, including ringing us up or dropping us an email or through social media.
We are a big institution. I think it's very important to play our part in the world. I mean, most recently we had some research on fossil fuels and the need to use them wisely, which is obviously a very live topic at the moment, and that has been influential enough to be discussed in American politics, for instance. We are still getting ongoing requests for that work from policymakers and from researchers. So we're shaping the future and influencing the policy debates. I think that's the right thing for UCL to be doing, and our academics, by and large, really welcome being part of that because they have a passion for their subject and they want to share it with as many people as possible, both within their field but also beyond to an interested public.